So today I'm going to discuss the influencer who passed away recently in Zanzibar, Tanzania while on vacation with her boyfriend. Now what I'm going to discuss is the relationship dynamic between older Caucasian men and younger Black women. I'm going to discuss the archetype of Joe McCann. Now, of course I don't know them or the ins and outs of their relationship. So this is more of what most of these types of relationship involve. Again, in these swirling groups where Black women tell other Black women to go get themselves a Caucasian man, these types of conversations are never had. They need to be had, especially because this specific type of archetype comes off very kind, but they are extremely calculating and dangerous. So first of all, the majority of the archetype that is like Ashlee's boyfriend normally get married to a Caucasian woman and they have Caucasian children. In this case, Joe McCann is different in that way. He waited until he was around 40 to get married to a Black woman and have a child or children. So that let me know that more than likely he probably was trying to get a beautiful young Caucasian woman, and he couldn't. So because he couldn't, he went and he got a Black woman. That is more than likely why he married at 40. Because as of today, it's saying that he is 48 and he was married to his wife from 2018 to 2021. There also seems to be an age gap between him and his ex-wife. So that is where he is a little different. But he still seems to target younger Black women. Normally this particular archetype gets married to a Caucasian woman, has Caucasian children. And then once he's older and has less money, he will start specifically going after a younger Black woman. So for most of the video, I will call him Ashlee's boyfriend because I just don't want to keep saying. So in this case he got married at around 40 and then was divorced. From my understanding, and this is allegedly, other content creators have said that he left his wife when she was 8 months pregnant. And again, this is where he differs in that archetype because usually they marry in their late 20s, early 30s to a woman of their own race and they stay married, and once they divorce then they start to target younger Black women. But to me, it seems like Ashlee's boyfriend was targeting younger Black women after he figured out that he couldn't get the type of young Caucasian woman that he wanted. This archetype will also target younger Asian women, but that's a different topic. So they will target younger Black women and they assume that younger Black women and just Black women in general, but they specifically are going after someone where there's at least mostly a 15-year age gap. They go for that age range and they make sure that it's a younger Black woman. Again, they're doing that because they cannot go after a younger attractive Caucasian woman that they want. Because the younger attractive Caucasian women normally will go for someone closer to their age that they can build a family with. So they're going after these types of Black women because they believe again that Black women, especially younger Black women, all come from the hood and that they all come from poverty and that they don't have any fathers or male figures in their lives. They also believe that they can impress younger Black women with gifts, trips, and their wealth. Oftentimes they don't really have wealth, but they know they will be perceived as they have money. We can see that Ashlee's boyfriend has a reported net worth of $45 million, but that might not be true. He is a technology executive and founded and CEO of a Symmetric Information, a tech firm. It also seems like he invests in startup companies. Allegedly he's lost lots of money, but that hasn't been substantiated. This archetype can sometimes still be married and will have a younger Black woman as his side chick. In Ashlee's boyfriend case, he's allegedly known in Zanzibar and frequents the area. He is allegedly well known with the ladies. With this archetype, you will never be the only woman. He will tell you're the only woman, but you're not. This archetype is very insecure and likes to play mind games. He is never who he says he is and keeps lots of secrets and oftentimes has a double, even triple life that he lives. This archetype will withhold if he has kids or not, or if he tells you he has kids, he will lie about how many he has. He tells everyone different stories and rarely is truthful even with friends and family. I think that I pretty much covered everything that I needed to in this video. I do apologize for some of the mispronunciation of words. I think the other thing that I did forget to mention about this archetype is that I think already said that you'll never really know where they live at. But I don't think that I mentioned that they won't have consistent communication with you. meaning that you may go anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks of not hearing from them or them not answering your phone calls or responding to your text messages. You will not think anything of this because they come to you and they present themselves as a businessman who travels weeks at a time, maybe even months at a time. Some women will come and say that this is incorrect. This is not all men. They will come and say, oh, this is not the type of relationship that Caucasian men and Black women have. And for that I'm gonna say, don't come over here saying all men, because men never say not all women when women are talked about in a bad light. And number 2, I never said this was all relationships between Caucasian men and Black women. This is a certain archetype of an older Caucasian man and a younger, attractive, Black woman. So this is not all of those relationships. This is a certain circumstances. But in my opinion, I definitely believe that this was the dynamics of Ashlee Jenae's relationship. When I heard that they were arguing and they had to be separated by hotel staff, I wondered, what can they be arguing over? But I figured that it had to be that she was figuring out who he really was and what he was doing behind her back. Because remember, in these type of relationship, the guy is buying you gifts, maybe even paying your rent and taking you on trips. He's also very nice and kind, so you don't have a reason to question anything. But then when you think about it, things don't make sense, so you start to question them. When she starts to question them, they feel like you're starting to figure things out, and they know that you may start to look down on them, and that's something that terrifies them. Or you may simply start to see the truth about them. Personally, I believe that they were arguing before the trip, and I personally believe that he planned this trip so that he could do what he did. I'm not one of those Black people that believe that Black people do not take their own lives. But this case just doesn't make much sense to me, and how Joe McCann reacted after and what he did is just very suspicious. So again, let me know what you think about the topic. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.